with this agent pool as well, because remember, I mentioned it's been a while for Wildcard. We've seen a little bit of the split to come on through. So Swirl going to be on the raise. Everything else, though, I guess you would say is expected for Wildcard.
Picking Heimerdinger, toxic. That's what I think. But straight in, over the top, Disco. Going to be looking for that one. Ninum onto the other side. The turret should gather the early information. Cheeky little Ninum peek, but over to the other side. He will be able to at least force himself away. Still trying to push the narrative a little bit, but it's going to be what they will be falling into the trap of potentially right later. That is RDW. Loves to play his Cypher. And I'm glad that we actually get to see it. You know, I was actually sort of expecting the Viper to come out once more, but, you know, maybe this is changed up a little bit. So we've got basically, oh no, okay. So Order, obviously, Autumn on the Rainer as well. So it's a bit of a versatile matchup for both these teams.
Yep, it certainly is. A minute on the clock as well right now. It's good to see that both teams have that availability of the heals as well on those Sages. Always do like a little bit of the padding on up with that one. Get those tourniquets out and stop the bleeding. But for right now, I mean, it's a little bit of that exploration phase still for Order, starting on the attacker's side to mention as well, because this is technically Order's map pick coming through in this best of 5. It was 2 for Wildcard, 2 for Order. Then you got the remainder. But look at that, man. Off the get-go, the smoke blossoms and Infrequent, he blooms.
The paint shells were there to back him up as well in the off chance that he was potentially going in scathed, but now it's going to be that rotate. The site is going to be taken. Order have to fight from behind. Spike will go down on the site. Disco up inside Heaven in a good position to deny. Ninum's going to go running in though, and the B-Hops, his best food impression, and Sign trying to walk on in. RDW, patient as ever. And is that a flawless on this map, Dion? You got to be kidding me, mate.
Yes, sir. Coming straight in toward it. All I see is pain in the eyes of Order right now. 5 alive for Wildcard. And you just see RDW as well. You know he's laughing in those comms as soon as they walk past him in amongst these screens. Gets the final frag as well. That defuse coming through. That is very, very handsome from Infrequent, from RDW. Look at Infrequent as well. 3 off the Resurrection as well. Bring that out early if you need to. Secure your rounds. We could even see a Resurrection in the next round for the bonus for Infrequent if things play out.
Very, very crazy start to this one. Having that early, able to expend it whenever they do so choose. Ninum, it's going to be relaxing. Playing that Judge up nice and close, of course, inside that mid area. If they do try to push into the vents, they might be set with a little bit of a surprise, but it's actually going to be Artie, all on his lonesome. Great farm of the orb early for Texter, but there, no frills here. Dion straight on into this B side.
Uh-oh, RDW is going to have to cop a reload, and he's actually going to cop a bullet straight toward the face. Spike is down. Good adjustment from Swirl as well. Trying to hop potato one out, but Ninum, he's just jumping straight in toward the site, doing his best food impression, and now it's just going to be down to Tux, who is good for one off this classic. In a 1 versus 3, a little bit of damage delivered in this anti-eco round. We know they're going to have guns in the next one. It's just going to come down to what Tux can do.
Just a little bit of extra damage, right? All he can kind of hope for. Surely they're going to be going up the ropes in just a second, and I'm just sort of watching to spot it. Remember seeing a clip of what I think it was Luna diving up these the other day. Straight on in. LFT, by the way. Yep.
Yeah.
Just toying with them at this point. That's where Wildcard are, right? Clearly,
I'm waiting for it.
These guys are having fun right now.
No, that's what you would hope for as well. You would hate to see any of these teams really just feel the pressure and let it get to them, instrumentally so as well. You know, time and time again, the world of experience these teams have, they're not going to be letting it get to them too hard, right? They're going to be playing this round at a time. Look toward the next round as well and what you need to do in this round to safeguard yourself. And speaking about the safeguards, Wildcard, they find the first 2. They're in this bonus. Infrequent one off that res. Order need this one.
It's going to be tough with just the 2 ghosts. They're going to have to make something really solid work. Infrequent, straight down mid. Looking to put that one. Ninum also spotted very early on. But it's just going to be the early engagement, forcing them off up towards the corner. Ninum still very much playing around with that one as well. Happy to do it. But regardless, this, by the way it sort of sits, should be around going the way for Order, but it can really sort of start to stack up a bit of early movement.
Yeah, well, already this engagement from Ninum. He's going to reposition down relatively low. Would be liking a heal to come out from Noz at the moment, but I don't think that's going to be able to come into the play. As the turret is going to be revealing RDW, he gets a little bit of shouldering damage as well. Still, a lot of time to be able to play with on this clock right now for Order. But look at that, the dink out from Ninum. He is going to escape. How low right now is he? Oh, Didn't peek.
Oh my god.
Imagine if you found it.
But like, imagine that, right? You're playing this game, you're trying to have fun, you're trying to win a map, and you've just got this bloody jet swinging around with a classic right click at you and just sticking you down to 8 HP. Like, just, how do you deal with that?
I don't think you do. But at least Tux is going to be starting things off. Now Ninim's found Disco as well for a trade. A little bit of damage already. If Swirl finds the timing right, he might be able to find something to stop the stampede over at this A site. There goes the satchel as well. Sees Tux, wants to play carefully though, wait for his team to come over. Because you've still got 4 players for both sides right now. Order, they have to plant this objective.
Yeah, they've got to go.
They're getting denied a little bit at the moment. Tux is going to get peppered down.
Oh my, oh what? 2 HP, Autumn. If he does not play his cards right, we're going to be seeing a full house for Wildcard right now. Pulled into the gravity well as well. Swirl one on the flank, and now it's all on the Texter. How has this happened, Dion? I mean, there's a world where he wins this. There's one, but he's got to find so many more. And how the hell has that round just occurred?
I just got to say as well, apologies, I mentioned Nors on the stage. It got stuck in my mind from last map. It's infrequent, of course, as I've come to know in this one. But they win the bonus, Mitch. It's 3 on the trot for Wildcard. Nothing to be seen from Order. That was a phenomenal round to come through from Ninim. All of the damage, firstly onto Autumn, causing him to go get the heals from Texter. Then he dispatches of Disco. Then back onto Autumn, taking it to 2 HP. The damage that this guy's just coming out with right now is pretty colossal. He's even got the blades that he's going to pop in this round.
Just trying to let this settle. Just trying to let this sink in. What is going on right now? Ninim, just again in that same position. Man hasn't even needed to upgrade. Autumn has spotted him. He's got the blades now. Happy to pop those ones. Looking to jump onto the other side of the barrier wall that was placed by Infrequent earlier on. Into that position. Now Sign in towards mid. Next up, nice and close. Tickles the toes of Ninim. Here's the opportunity. Trying to make it work now. Onto the other side. They do have the heal. But they're actually going to go back up the ropes. Back into those vents. And not try to push the narrative too much further.
The resurrection is here from Infrequent as well, and in a round such as this, you might actually want to try and use it down. I'm going to be interested to see the smoke popped over at Heaven, or is it going to be the gravity well from Noz? The paint shells, though, for the time being, Swell, contemplating the right time as he's going to jump over RDW's trap wire. RDW down, and now Swell, there's the first one, the paint shells as well, decently lobbed. Infrequent gets the rest of this 2 to come on through. The gravity well in combination is brilliant, and now it's just down to the last soldier in the mailroom, and Sign, he's set, pack him through the postal service.
Early delivery in the form of Swirl right now. Call him Australia Post because he is, I was going to say late, but that doesn't actually work, but that's true in narrative. But Jesus, this is insanity from Wildcard right now. They have played everything to perfection, and there has just been nothing that Order have been able to throw. Like, I cannot believe that I'm sitting here feeling like Order don't have a chance. That is just impossible in my mind.
Attacker's side. Got to remember this map technically does lean heavily so to the defensive position on this one.
Even after the map changes, you know, still super challenging to find those offense rounds.
They've got 3 ults to be able to utilize in this one though, Conky. The lockdown, the showstopper, the resurrection to bring somebody back as well. But you just got to look at these forward entries. You've got to look at these first engagements. If Wildcard are able to pick them up as well, that'll give a bit of a tell on what Order are looking to do in this round. The stars are going to come on through with all this util. There's a slow orb and the reversal boombot as well to clear out the ropes. And there's Dink already to come out from Infrequent. 10 seconds from the heals. We'll fall back for now.
Swirl in the same spot. This time they're ready for it though. Paint shells to be denied. Ninim going to be able to stop Tux though. I feel like I haven't been able to actually say Tux's name all game so far.
Yeah.
Disco looking to push on in as well. At least the showstopper's available though.
Yeah, a lot for Infrequent to do right now. He's stuck over at the default box as well, and I think Disco's going to be able to find him. The rocket eventually leaks up, but no, he gets his head taken off. Another one. Nope, it's not going to come into play. Still this player advantage for Wildcard as it's equalized. Noz looking to do something dire right now. 2 versus 2. Enough time to get back down. But look at the flank coming through from RDW. I wonder.
Oh, Jesus. They've got to be, though, right? You know, the amount of times he did it into Icebox on that Viper, and Autumn is absolutely ready for this right now, holding that line. But RDW, are you kidding me, my friend? All on a sign, back of the site, up in towards heaven. Ninum's going to be able to spot him out. And RDW, again, he's just been so good, so sharp. That Nebula's about to fade, but he's not even going to need it. The tailwind away, but RDW will collect the bag, and that is in the form of a 5th round for Wildcard.
Don't cry over spilt milk right now. Order. They are bleeding tears right now, it would seem. 5-0 for Wildcard, clawing back in that round. You look toward Texter when he found 2, I believe, in that one there when it was all coming down into the entrance of the site. Right there. But it just gets immediately brought on back from Wildcard as well. The timing as well from RDW, the quick pick to start that retake off where needed, and then just the punishment through the wall. Paper thin as always in this map, and able to find the round on the end as well. This is going very well for Wildcard. And I just want to stress as well, they are looking for a 3-0 at the moment.
And that's the crazy thing, right? Sure, Order aren't playing 100%, but they're not playing bad, right? This is really, really good Wildcard that we are seeing right now, you know, forcing them off so early on. No A contestation at all. Tuck's just going to continue to hold that line to see if anyone does peek, but 3 members waiting, poised, locking it down, obviously, with the operator as well.
Footsteps heard in the sewers from Swirl, communicating that to his team to skid over towards the B site. It's going to be on him with paint shells to mail as well. Bit of a pre-fire to come out from Texter. You've got the safeguard of Noz currently in heaven as well. So a little bit of the change up from Wildcard, from Order 2. You got Tux actually meeting up with the team now. He's going to probably be lockdowning over in the garage.
Lots of footsteps now, picking up the pace over towards that B site. Infrequent, watching the line, the gravity well. We'll keep them at bay for a little while longer, but that's going to be the lockdown coming in out of Tux, of course, putting that one down now. They are yet to pick up this pace, though, Dion. They don't want to go in. RDW is actually going to be able to find the opener. The lockdown is not far back enough, and that's going to be infrequent to find another. They've used absolutely everything, but RDW, he's just a troll with this camera. He's forcing them back. It's making it awkward. Sign has to go for some form of engagement. It doesn't even matter, Dion. The man can just sit there, holding fast, finding not quite the frag, but it's 1 HP, and Sign has to try and make the impossible work. It's never going to happen. Wildcard, they've already done enough to tie up the half. And we've only had 6 rounds.
You think about that one as well as the pause comes out for Order here. It would have been flawless for Wildcard. RDW did everything he needed to already, and then taking down Sign to a single point of HP, you could just blow a little bit of air to him, and he would have lost his life in that one. 6-0 is an absolute statement to come through right now. Wildcard are just looking... Well, it's incomprehensible right now. It's just amazing.
Super clean, super composed, and this is like momentous gameplay, right? You know, they've so got the confidence behind them. Everyone's super comfortable. I'm sure they're very hyped, very energetic. That means they've got the, you know, confidence to take those extra jewels, to go for those shots and just really sort of step up to the plate, because I see so many teams, they verse Order, cold feet immediately. We see it from, you know, Mindfreak sometimes. Mindfreak have been doing much better, but Bliss the exact same. They just don't have that sort of mental capacity to go, it doesn't matter who our opponents are, you know, it's getting past that mental block. And, you know, Wildcard are doing exactly that right now. They have already set themselves as the best team in this server from map 1.
Yeah, no, essentially so. As I've mentioned previously, for those that might have missed out on the start of this one, map 1, 13-9 over on Bind to Wildcard. Map 2, 13-7 over on Icebox to Wildcard. They are currently leading in Split. Order's first map pick, and, you know, in history has been their best map. No one's ever picked Split into them, essentially. We saw them drop down 10 rounds yesterday. It was 13-10 to Order against Big BTS, and now 6-0 for a Wildcard start. They are absolutely skyrocketing in this one.
How does he win that engagement, though, right? That's a summary of this game right now. Sure, it's just the pistols, but to be able to find that many members sort of marching up towards him, and to be able to get away, utilizing the heal. The res is there for Texter if they do choose to sort of put it through, but why would you? It's only a pistol round. Just the Sheriff slow to sort of force them back, but this time it's actually infrequent. He's sitting back on the off angle towards the front of the site. Barrier wall is there still. They are going to actually just sort of cross in towards CT at this point.
I think they might want to go for the res as well if you're Order. I mean, you're on the lesser weaponry. You've put that wall up to obscure some vision, to be a little bit unexpected in this. You've got Tux laying in wait outside of the A site. But Wildcards don't really seem phased at the current point in time as well. They know that they're in the driver's seat very comfortably. In fact, they've baited out the res. Texter can't rely upon that for the next couple of rifle rounds as well. Now Ninum, he's going to get the opening engagement and the information that this is, in fact, going over toward this site. Now that the Cosmic Divide comes on down, RDW destroys the Leah, gets good for one. But it's on a swirl now, Mitch.
There's a dink as well to come out from Swirly Boy as he does get the paint shells up in towards heaven. That's going to make it a little bit awkward. Great use of the satchel to cross across to the other side. And now 18 seconds, Dion. Do they even have this time? Noz has to rotate. He can get moving. He can actually cut this off. If he's able to drop this spike right now, Dion, using the gravity well, it slows them down completely. One, two. Oh my God. Infrequent and Noz pulling everything together. There's going to be barely any time. The spike will be planted, but it's below, and it's Infrequent to leap and bound out on the top of the heavens, and it is raining down fury onto Order once more.
Hellfire to come through from Wildcard in that round. You see the destruction, you see the resurrection come out from Order in a valiant attempt to try to get something back, but then it's just absolute obliteration. RDW good for one, then they line up for Noz over at the heavens. Infrequent steals away with one, closes it out as well. Thought that maybe the gravity well would be finding out the full squadron of Order as well, to see no plant to come on out, but again, that's all they got in it, really. A single frag and the plant for Order gives them enough to at least get some semblance of a buy in this round. But again, you know, I just want to keep hammering down on the fact that Wildcard, they haven't dropped a single round. They've got 4 ultimates right now. They have got 2 maps on the belt. Oh my lord, it's so good for them right now, Mitch.
Everything perfect. There's really no answer for that right now. You know, just that rotate, how well Swirl was able to force them away from that A site and just basically instilling fear inside Order, which again is something that I cannot believe that I'm saying right now. If this was to be a 13-0 or even, you know, 13-1, 2, 3, whatever it is, that is just such a ridiculous... I don't even care, dude. It's just, hopefully I jinx it so we get a 4th map, right?
Yeah, look, you're not wrong. We want to see Order be able to bring something back in this, as they are #1 team in the region at the moment. They've gotten the first opening pick in this round as well. RDW to spray through the nebula as he's able to dispatch a boredom. Look at his camera as well. Any information that he can get pinged off that would have been brilliant, but he's going to get shut down. And now Swirl with a showstopper finds Tux, 3-on-3.
There's one Disco holding from the heavens, though. He's going to be able to find his 3rd in the round, and this is Disco's time to go big. He already has, but you're exactly right, Dion. Infrequent can go for that one, even if he chooses to just bait it out, but Disco, oh, Disco, go for the ace, my friend. This could be the 6K, but no, it's denied. It's turned on its head, and all of a sudden, the first opportunity, Disco did so much, but it just still wasn't enough. And this was a summary of this position, man. Look at Infrequent. Jesus, he is feeling it.
I don't know what screams are going on in the server for the Wildcard fam at the moment, but if that's not happiness in the little mouse, I don't know what it would be, because he's just gotten out the res. He's done the damage in the round. He's brought it on back. You can see it still going flawless in this round for Wildcard. It's a perfect resurrection, even though you see the frag be lost there from, I believe it was Noz, I think. It doesn't even matter. They still get the round at the end of the day. They put Order in a corner. They're in the naughty corner right now.
Oh, jeez.
And look at the buy that they're coming through. It's not the best either. Yeah, they've got some guns and everything. Signed is down onto a Spectre, just to make sure he gets the stars.
But it's just crazy, right? Like, I can't even feel like there's some huge frag disparity or anything like that. It's just been just really clean, you know, even in the events that... Well, oh, you're joking me, Ninum! The jump peak, the cross... Disco, can he find the timing? In towards heaven, Noz is there, gravity well. Texter does get the wall up, but he's going for the shoulder. It's actually going to be breaking it slightly as well. RDW is taking that prime and position. He's pushed into B main.
The thing is as well, Mitch, with that wall going down, it didn't really matter at the end of the day because the neural theft comes on through, right? Order, they're trying to gain a little bit of control and be the unknown factor over in the heaven of B, and it doesn't matter just because of that neural theft off the back of that opening pick that Ninum finds a minute to go. RDW is flanking. This is everything for Wildcard.
Tux might be able to find the timing here. That's a good opportunity. Huge. Maybe we see them come back. Spike in the hands, of course, of Texter. This is the dynamic duo, Dion. Tux, Texter. We saw them play under the banner of the Chiefs for so long in CSGO. Doing worlds of work. They move over to Valorant. Another opportunity. And their time is now. Can they bring this back? Tuck's looking to reposition, try and take some control, but he's going to be denied.
An operator
Texter has to do a operator 1v3.
Yeah, it's not the gun that you want in a situation like this. I was going to say in the 3 versus 2, do you see the Cosmic Divide come on through? You don't. There was a right click from Texter on towards Infrequent, 14 HP, and he's just standard through. He's just stood in that fight and won it again. Wildcard, you talk about split. No, it's defensive sided. It's not this defensive sided, guys. This is Wildcard fighting for these rounds.
Yeah, this is incredible. And it's just every single step of the way, right? You know, they might lose a pick, okay, over towards A. Doesn't matter. We've already rotated in. We've taken control somewhere else on the map. And now in a position where they're 9 rounds down to order even eco here. They're toying with it. They're understanding, what do we even do? Signed 1-9, Autumn 2-10. Like,
they don't.
This is just not scorelines that you'd ever expect. They've not taken a timeout.
No, Order don't have one. They've already used it at the, what was it, round 6?
Yes.
I think.
Yes, you're right. Yep, they did. It wasn't wildcards.
Well, there goes the wall for the res for Texter, prioritizing it. Gives a little bit of a tell to Wildcard for the beginning stages, who again are just playing sort of a 2-1-2 scenario with leaving Noz at the heavens with the gravity well that'll pop out eventually. He's actually going to dissipate it. Oh, there we go.
Going into heaven, giving it another crack, but still waiting, right? They're so apprehensive. RDW's got the camera, he's got the information, and obviously that utility from the Astra as well. Look at Ninum. Nebula's going to be able to go down, but yeah, it's a little awkward. Might have to even go for the Bladestorm in this position here. Dion potentially finding the moment where we might actually see Order get around on the board, but RDW, he's in pole position. 1, 2, the lockdown. Who? What a lockdown. No there anymore, and on to the other side, RDW, he's picked up the operator. Are you kidding me right now? Go for 4, my friend. It's not quite enough, but it's all onto Just Swirl. 1 versus 2, but Autumn, see you later, mate. You're going to be going down here. The satchel to send him to the side. He has to go quick. He has to go somewhere far. But how does Swirl approach this? Disco, he does have it. That's the fake drop as well. Swirl into the head of Disco right now. Is he going to be able to find the timing? And do you know what? Wildcard, they're not letting this go. They want to still continue this potential dream of a 13-0 to close the grand final.
That is just individual brilliance to come through from 2 players in the wildcard camp as well. RDW starting that one off after Ninim does get tagged, does get destroyed. RDW found his right timing, hiding in the pit, finds 2 players, denies the spike from being planted, destroys the lockdown, and then RDW comes in. Swirl comes in. That's where we're at right now. It's just all happening for Wildcard. I don't even believe it right now, Mitch. How can you believe something like this? If you tell me that we're 10-0 on split in a Wildcard Order game, I would have said, oh, Order, right? No.
No, not today. When RDW's feeling it, and Frequent does get the leg shot off, and Swirl takes him down. Oh, jeez. And I think it's like, you can just see the mental of Order right now. I'm not even going to say they've given up. It's just like they must be so quiet and frustrated right now, which it's just not a thing that happens for Order basically ever. And RDW, if he finds this on, he's going to find this on the sign in the spawn.
Yeah,
he's not even safe in his own spawn, Dion.
And Infrequent's just found Tech, so that means the Resurrection's down if you wanted to go for it. Yeah, you've lost a little bit of control from Order. Now you know where they are exactly with the destruction of that trapwire. Ninim with the op is just going to find the frag. This is the flawless nature. Maybe round. There it is. Well, closes it. I don't know what has happened in Wildcard in the past week, 2 weeks, whenever it was from the open quals, whenever it was from the last closed quals area. This is just something has happened with them that they are just riding the wave. This is the takedown of the Titans right now.
Clearly, they found the method in the cookbook. Most delicious of recipes for success right now, Wildcard. Putting it in all on red, it would seem. Going huge here.
Bit of vulnerable on a Ninim to start things off, looking for the opening pick, and he's even going to find it. The res can probably come on through, but you've got the Texter player over here. There, you've got an Odin from Infrequent. They get pulled into the gravity well. It's a 1-on-1 trade. Texter needs to be very careful. He gets taken down from the showstopper. This is destruction in the last round of this half, and yeah, the last round in this half, ladies and gentlemen. The neural theft could even come out if RDW can, but he's over at A at the moment where Tux is creeping on through.
Ooh.
Good patience from Disco, though, to be able to find Swirl, and as Tux falls back...
The spike, though, look where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you even approach this? Ninum holding that line. Does only have... Oh, he's got a couple. 3 blades available. Onto the other side. Just sitting, waiting. Why wouldn't ya at this point? RDW clearing out all of A, gathers the information. Turret's actually not going to be spotting out anyone here. Does go for a little warning shot. Now can gather. And again, Tux, you know, I guess the big play is Disco. He's already got into CT here. Noz still checking, still clearing, making sure that he is aware of the prospect. Look at that. Tux, my friend, do you have it in you in this 1 versus 3?
Well, the peeking on through, he's been tagged, he's been known. There's the first one. You've still got that Neural Theft and Cosmic Divide as well. He's got to get the spike. There's definitely a winning strategy here for him if he can find these disconnected jewels. He's not going to be able to upgrade it. Sorry?
Does Noz have a cam here? I just saw him go in. I think he does.
RDW with the camera.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant RDW, but it doesn't matter.
Tux can win this.
2 bullets. Oh. Is it the dream?
He needs
or
a
is
dink.
it Tux?
There it is.
No!
It's a flawless half, Mitchell. It's 12-0 for Wildcard. They go over to the difficult side on split. They have 12 rounds of cushioning. They have 12 rounds of padding. We are on grand final point right now. You mentioned it at the start of the map that we were on that point. Now we are physically here and virtually, because it's a virtual video game. 12-0. Oh my lord.
I
don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, right? Like, there was never, like, a world where Wildcard wasn't winning this, right? That was always a prospect. By yesterday's results, I was thinking 50-50. You know, maybe 55-45, right? Only favoring Order just a little bit because they have resilience. They know how to play from behind. But I was never, ever, ever thinking that we were going to be seeing this. I feel like Wildcard has just counter-stratted or something, or they're just so far into Order's heads right now. It's
Have you
just
ever
insanity.
counter-stratted 3 maps?
Yeah! Jesus, man.
All right, here we go. Order. Can they get the pistol and 12 rounds in a row to echo Wildcard and to put us into overtime where they will need to win one out? Over towards B, we stretch for Wildcard. RDW, just doing RDW flanking things at the moment as the smoke does fade away. Autumn needs to win this duel. RDW falls back.
This is the thing, though, right? They have to win the 13-0 on an attacking-sided pistol round, and Infrequent does get spotted. We'll be able to heal. Looks like they are really ready to sort of explode on towards this B site, and that's the thing, right? The Killjoy utility can be a little bit different to that Cypher, but RDW, Autumn's been ready for it. The lurk, the cheeky boy plays. This time it's punished. And Order, I feel like this is the first time where I've said they're at the advantage this map.
Not gonna lie, I kind of would have liked to see Wildcard just go all towards A and just 5-man rush it, see if you could overwhelm Autumn as well, but then you've got Disco's paint shells that would have been at the ready. Play disadvantage for Wildcard. The wall is starting to crumble. It's going to break, and Disco's going to be on this line. He's got the boom button. Never overlooked him. There's another frag for Order, but straight on through is Ninim. He gets the trade established very rapidly. So he is kind of stuck. He needs this win, and he can't get it there.
Here it is. Maybe the dream's dead, Dion. Maybe this is the time. It's a 2 versus 4. They are going to get the spike planted. It's going to be Infrequent and Noz. 2 very, very equipped members right now. Only with the classic for Infrequent. He's got the barrier wall. Does he choose to expend it? Or when? When is the answer? As they do start to walk on up, Autumn gets the frag now. And maybe it's done. Maybe the dream is dead. Yes, it is.
Yeah, there it is.
It's closed. The door has been shut. But I had a lot of fun on the way.
Yeah, certainly so. The 13-0, whilst it would have been massive, you know it's going to be difficult in a pistol round on the attacker's side as well. For Wildcard, 11 rounds in a row as well, just to make sure, you know, if there is any micro slip up from Order, that is it. So they're going to be getting on the purchase, of course, in this one. Wildcard, they don't need to do anything flashy here, Mitch. They don't need to try and win it here at all. Play it for the bonus, where they know they're going to have the better weaponry. Yeah,
right now it doesn't even matter. Sure, you wanted the 13-0, right? But when you're this far ahead, just play smart. Play the victory. Don't play the ego.
Certainly so. Let's see how quick this round will come to a close with the classics to come through for Wildcard. Autumn with the judge should be able to find RDW. He's just spotted out his head. RDW's got to reposition, get out of camera, falling on back. There's the echo out of the shot. Just a little bit of early information.
What would be like a classic of this game is if they won this round. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but they are going to be rotating back over towards this B position. Swirl's found the entry. He is very, very low, however. Is there a heal? 25 seconds away, so not quite. That's going to be Disco making quick work of him. Second frag in the round, looking to make it the third. Will it be a fourth? Not quite, but the paint shells over towards that site. It's actually going to keep Ninum at bay. And it's Texter hard on that flank. Ninum has got the safety, but great shot. Super clean. Well done from Order.
Only one player losing their life in Order's camp on that one as well, which means that they should be keeping over all of this weaponry in toward this new round. I just wonder, if you are Tux, what do you ask for in this? Do you get out your rifles? You're going to have to get some sort of upgrade to go toe-to-toe against the big guns on the Wildcard side, and we're seeing Texter drop over the Spectre. So he can get up a Phantom. We're seeing a Judge to come through from Swirl. Is he just going to look to send it with some satchels?
I hope so. That would make it spicy. Why not? Give it a whirl. You're that far ahead. Make it happen. That is going to be great use of the gravity well, though. Going to keep them at bay for a little while longer. Artie, unfortunately, misses his camera. That's okay. Just need to keep composed now, right? Don't let the excitement get to you. Play it smart, play it wise. Close this one out 3-0.
4 players rotated over here for Order as well, just leaving Tux by his lones himself to play around his own utility around the B site. An avenue for Wildcard in towards mid if they could go for the exploration, but with the stars starting to go down onto the A site, 2 smokes or nebulas are popped, a gravity well to the back of the side as well, and there's the sending in from Swirl that I was expecting with the Judge. He does find a snap on toward Disco. Now the shots from Sign, he needs more than one. He has his teammate out for the trades. The trades, they need to come through. There's only Tux now available to do something sinister. 1 versus 3, Mitch. Is this it?
Tux, it's all on you, my friend. The pressure is nigh. The camera spotted ya. But it'll be all eyes on you if you're able to find
one
it.
tap.
But it's